I'll set the record straight, so don't worry.
You will. Let me also acknowledge the presence of Professor Apiejetua, who is a professor, associate professor of law at the University of Ghana School of Law, and then also, I understand the spokesperson for the Attorney General is also wanting to make an intervention. But
now number one, Alfred.
Let
me deal with a few issues. I beg you, a few issues. Number one, it is laughable that the Deputy Minister of Sanitation, who is a law student, will attempt to defend an Attorney General who could not defend himself in court. That's number one.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Number one. No, this is a Deputy Minister of Sanitation trying so hard to defend an Attorney General who, when confronted by an accused person testifying under oath, could not defend himself. You understand? When you should be focusing on how the rains have exposed how dirty Accra is, the floods and all that, he is interested in defending an Attorney General who could not defend himself. Number two, he makes this point, he goes into the substance of the matter, prejudicing the matter.
I have not.
Making pronouncements on the probative value of evidence. You see, he's a law student, so I'll pardon him. And I will not follow him there because I should know better as an officer of the court. But just to clarify that Seth Tekpe was categorical through his testimony that he authorized Atofosson. And if you check the ruling on the submission of no case, the judge has reduced the issue Atofosson has to answer to that main issue as to whether or not he had authorization. This question he's talking about came up during cross-examination, whether he directed Atofosson through a document. But tell me, common sense, tell me. He is a deputy minister. When your boss on a daily basis gives you direction on what to do in the office, does he always write it on paper? Are they saying that a minister must always write directives or assignments or delegation that he gives his deputy on paper?
In contracts and this
the most important thing, listen, the most important thing, as I've read to you from this record of proceedings, is that the letter Atofosson wrote had the seal of the Ministry of Finance, which seal is in the custody of the personal secretary of the Ministry of Finance. Without his approval, nobody can have that seal.
So number two. Matters are obviously playing.
So let's move. Number two, you see, he's cast aspersions on my person. Let me deal with a few issues. I'll do that quickly. There is no rule anywhere that if you are on a program like this and there is nobody in the studio, don't comment about that person. Atofosson is not here. Alfred, you allow me. I want to flow.
Yes.
Atofosson is not here. He has
spoken about
different
matter. It's a different. Don't compare the two.
Exactly.
Sami, don't compare the two.
Adomotre, look, when you were talking, you said I should not interject. I think you should give me that respect. You see, Paul Adomotre is a journalist who has commented on this matter, and therefore we can comment about him. In his comments on this matter, he has spoken about me, and he has spoken about the number of people, so
you make a specific reference in response to the comment made and about me, the person.
Exactly. I think and in any case, that person is a public officer. He didn't even know. So this whole argument that somebody is not in the studio, so you cannot talk about him is ridiculous.
You are not talking about his public office.
Number two. There is nothing wrong describing an attorney general who goes about influencing witnesses and accused persons unprofessionally under the cover of darkness to fabricate evidence.
That has not been proven.
My brother, you're going to allow me to talk.
It's an allegation.
You're going to allow me to talk, or else you will not have any time to talk.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, hold on. You're going to allow me to talk.
You say you are a lawyer.
No. Respect yourself. Respect yourself.
The man makes an allegation.
Respect yourself. Respect yourself.
The allegation.
Respect yourself. The allegation was not. It is not a mere allegation. It is evidence under oath. Which evidence the person against whom it was made could not dispute, and it is on the record, and I can talk about it and say I believe that because he could not dispute it. If you've been taught evidence, you will know the rules of evidence. Now, number two.
Is it number three?
Yes, number three. You see, aside the right to life, the most important right any human being has been given by God is your right to personal liberty. And so if somebody, knowing that you are innocent, seeks to procure false evidence against you, to deny you of your personal liberties, like Dame is trying to deny Atofosson of his personal liberties, is trying to get him jailed by getting an accused person to implicate him through false testimony. Anybody who does that is not only dishonorable, but he is a criminal. And we will say it over and over again. If Dame is a man, he should sue me. And I will adduce evidence to show that he is a criminal who engages in the fabrication of evidence against accused persons who are supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. If he's a man, he should sue me. His spokesperson is on. Number four. Hold on, let me go on.
I have to respond.
So, like I waited for you to finish and respond. Wait for me to finish and you respond. Again, you see, I have read to you the ethics of the legal profession. Rule 13, Rule 40, Rule 54. I have read to you the provisions of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, Section 213 and 214. You've not been able to dispute any. So this circumlocution you are engaging, trying to defend the indefensible, trying to defend a man who had no defense when his accuser was before him, is neither here nor there. Finally, the plea bargain matter has been demolished, in the sense that plea bargain has never been initiated. They should educate themselves by reading Act 1079. Before plea bargain will even be initiated, after a proposal is made by a party, whether the prosecutor and the accused person, it must be accepted and the court notified that plea bargain has been commenced. It is upon the court being notified that an adjournment is given for the parties to go and engage in plea bargain negotiations. That has not happened in this case. The proposal for settlement was dated 27th April 2023. The revised proposal, May 2023. The AG objected and rejected all proposals in May 2023. The 30 days window has lapsed. So if only a few weeks ago he was in meetings with an accused person who is testifying in the court, going through cross-examination, having secret meetings with him, impressing on him to skew his testimony in a way that implicates an innocent man at forcing. He's not only dishonorable, but he's criminally minded. He's a disgrace to the legal profession. First of all, we are starting with the press conference and the evidence. Martin Pebu wants the evidence. We will give you the evidence.
Okay.
And our honor is on the line. We will give you the evidence. And number two, at the right time, Godfrey Dame will be reported to the police. He will be picked up. He will be prosecuted. At the right time, he will be reported to the General Legal Counsel. I say at the right time because we know the kind of country we live in. If Dame can call an accused person to fix, a case with him, he can call a judge.
Let me not
do the same thing. Hold on, let me land.
In 30 seconds.
He can do the same thing with a judge. He can do the same thing with a registrar. This only exposes his modus operandi. Okay? And that is why we are not surprised. No amount to obfuscate the issues and reduce it to NDC and PP will wash. The accuser of Dame in this matter is Richard Jakpa. He didn't make his accusation on radio. He made it in court. Realize that he has not even issued a press release. Atoforsen has not issued a press release. Jakpa has not issued a press release to attack the AG. It is rather the AG who has issued a press release to make false allegations against them. If he is a man, he should meet Jakpa in the box and make those claims. And let the Pandora's box be open. But whether the box is open or not, the NDC will open it latest by Wednesday. That press conference will be held and the evidence will be put out.
Wait for that press conference and what you're going to put out.